Hey everyone, DadGFN here, and this is another quick little video I'm recording. This is like the second time I'm doing this, but apparently in 2025, it's again a year of Gravity Falls content, apparently. So, yeah, it's Canada Day as well, so I should be not doing anything today considering it's a holiday here, but of course, the Americans don't acknowledge Canada Day apparently, so yeah, anyways, yesterday I Am 8-Bit made an interesting announcement, and if you don't know who I Am 8-Bit is, it's a company that makes various vinyl records and stuff, and they made the Gravity Falls vinyl back in 2023. And basically what they did was they released a image from the Lofi Gravity Falls videos. So if you don't remember, back in 2024 in July, just after the Book of Bill released, Disney released the Lofi Gravity Falls album, and for it they also released a bunch of visualizer videos. So it was like Mabel, sort of like the Lo-Fi girl, and it was really fun, and the music is still amazing, but for some reason that those videos got taken down. It's been suspected there was some copyright issue with the Lo-Fi Girl stuff because it was in November and they changed it to some crappy simple cover, so that sucked. But yeah, the fact that I Am 8-Bit tweeted that was pretty interesting, and considering it's I Am 8-Bit who did that, it meant only one thing, that there's gonna be an album coming out. And sure enough, the next day, that's exactly what they announced, which is today. And basically they announced, "Unraveling mysteries is hard work. Kick off your sleuthing shoes and drop the needle on Lo-Fi Gravity Falls, a dreamy down-tempo spin on Brad Break's iconic soundtrack, featuring one LP on Gnome Cologne Green vinyl with art by Emmy Cicerega," and then a pre-order link, and it takes you to the I Am 8-Bit website where, yeah, the Gravity Falls vinyl is currently available for pre-order, so the Lo-Fi soundtrack vinyl, and is shipping in Q4 2025, so this year, which is pretty exciting considering last time this happened, I Am 8-Bit took quite a bit of time to ship it. If you don't remember, basically what happened was that the Gravity Falls vinyl soundtrack was announced in 2020, and they took way too long to ship that thing. Like, it took so long for that vinyl to ship, like, because they announced it in November of 2020, but then due to multiple delays and stuff, they didn't announce the actual cover until 2022, and then they didn't start shipping until like late 2022 into 2023. So yeah, that took quite a bit of time for that thing to come out. So for them to say shipping Q 2025 this year, I'm skeptical on that year considering I Am 8-Bit, but I'm hopeful considering this time maybe they hopefully have announced this thing better this time and probably are prepared. And yeah, the album cover looks amazing. Like this time they have Emmy Cicerega working on it, and no offense to Ghost Shrimp who did the album cover last time, but I'm so glad they're having an actual Gravity Falls crew member work on this cover this time, because I feel like that's what we were missing from the original vinyl. Because when the box set came out in 2018 and same with Lost Legends, they had a Gravity Falls crew member work on those two covers, and the covers of the box set and Lost Legends, and as a result, were amazing. There's this charm that the Gravity Falls crew specifically has when they make these things, and that's what I was really happy about with those covers. And with this cover, again, like, because Emmy Cicerega is working on it and she is a crew member, she really did a good job. Like, this has a Gravity Falls vibe to it, something that you can expect. Like, you can see like Waddles looks Gravity Fallsy, the Mystery Shack has that Gravity Falls vibe to it, and Emmy also has a very specific art style that is amazing and something I always have enjoyed. Like, I loved her work in Time Pirates Treasure, and I loved her work in the Book of Bill and onwards from other stuff, from promotional posters that she did for the episodes back in the day. So yeah, she's really good at what she does. So I'm really glad that she was the one who was picked to make the cover art for the vinyl. And yeah, you can see also on the back of the vinyl, there's some brand new art by her, and it's amazing. Oh my god, I love this. This is like, it's like you got like you got like Mabel asleep, Dipper looking at a Baba record, because of course you would, and you got like Mabel listening to like some I forgot what that thing is called, but it's like one of those disc playing things. I'm probably pissing off so many like 80s and 90s babies who know exactly what that is. But yeah, so you got that. You can even see the Gravity Falls vinyl soundtrack itself in a vinyl record bin over there. So that's pretty cool. Classic Pit Cola, Bill Cipher on the window, a little plant. It's just amazing. I love it. Emmy really knocked it out of the park here. This is just amazing. And the vinyl itself looks pretty incredible. You got Grunkle Stan's hat on it, which is pretty funny. And also the vinyl, like I'll also mention here, is like in Gnome Cologne Green, which is a really funny color. But also, this is the second time something Gravity Falls related has been released in a green color. Like, I mean, just earlier in the year, we had, just last month actually, we had the Book of Bill announced with the new special edition of the Book of Bill, and that thing is in green as well. So it's something what is with the Gravity Falls crew right now with the color of green? Like, they really have been enjoying making green things lately. So yeah, I think that's some new obsession they have. Now, of course, if you go down onto the track listing, you can see the vinyl this time around is going to be just one vinyl this time. So it's not like in the original Gravity Falls vinyl soundtrack from last year, 2023 actually. The audio, it was 2 vinyls, and they had like 12 songs in each. They had like the first record had 12 songs on one side, then 10 on the other side, then 10 on the other side on the second one, and then 11 on the other side of that one. So it was in total quite a lot of songs on that vinyl. So this time around, it's only one vinyl this time, and there's 7 songs on it on the side A, and then there's 5 songs on the other side. So no, overall, it's going to be 12 songs from the original vinyl soundtrack release. I mean, from the original Lo-Fi soundtrack release. So yeah, the Lo-Fi album is not too big. It's only 12 songs overall. I was thinking maybe they were going to make some brand new songs for this, but they ended up not doing that. So it's just going to be the straight to release the original vinyl soundtrack music. So that's pretty cool. And also another reason why I'm pretty sure Emmy was picked to do this was because she made the art for the original visualizer animation, so she was behind that on all. So it makes sense that she would be picked to do this, so that's good as well. But yeah, it's just gonna be one vinyl record, which is probably why it's also not too expensive. It's $31.99, which is still quite a lot of money considering, you know, this is probably in US dollars, so there's that. But the original vinyl soundtrack, which is now sold out, was $42.99 when the last time it was made available for. So yeah, it's pretty cheaper, but yeah, that's pretty good to know. One other thing that was mentioned in the album listing is that it says like music definitely does not contain cool hidden secrets, and from what I'm guessing in relation to that, it's probably mentioning the little like Morse code secrets that were inside of the album. So there was like a Morse code in the Gideon's theme song, lo-fi song, and in the Wyrmageddon Part 1A Morse code, like there was like Morse code messages at the end of those 2 songs, which when decoded would say "free me" and "remember Euclidia," which are references to Bill Cipher's dimension Euclidia from the Book of Bill, which we all know, you know, he sort of destroyed in the book, as we learned. So I don't think that in that regard there's going to be anything else major that we're going to find out in terms of like secrets. So if that's the secrets that the listing is mentioning, then this is not like anything new for us. It's already stuff that we know. Maybe they might do something like backwards messages like in the original vinyl soundtrack for Gravity Falls.
Playing your record backwards is a great way to damage your record player.
Basically, if you don't remember, in the original vinyl soundtrack for Gravity Falls, when there was a couple of songs where at the end of them there were some backwards messages, so you had to rewind the vinyl or record that bit of the vinyl and then play backwards and reveal some hidden messages that were added into the songs. So that was something interesting and cool, but other than that, I don't think there's going to be anything else major in terms of like secrets in this vinyl. Like maybe considering it's a dark cover of the album, maybe there's going to be like some blacklight messages hidden in it. So that would be pretty cool to have and see. But I guess we're going to find out when the release does happen. So it's still quite a bit of time until then. So overall, what do I think about this? Well, I'm really excited. Like, I mean, the Gravity Falls vinyl soundtrack is a beautiful piece of music. Like, I really love that album. It's probably one of the best things to come out of Gravity Falls. In fact, in many ways, I was more excited for that than the Book of Bill in some aspects. So that was a pretty nice surprise when it came out last year. And so for us to now have a full vinyl soundtrack of that is amazing. Like, I mean, think about this. Phineas and Ferb has just gotten a lo-fi soundtrack release as well, but they don't have any vinyl records for that show yet in terms of that album, so this is pretty exciting. And even more, like, if you look in the info about this vinyl soundtrack, you can also mention, it also mentions how, like, the Gravity Falls vinyl soundtrack is Grammy nominated. Like, think about that. Like, Phineas and Ferb never had a Grammy nomination as far as I can tell, but here, Gravity Falls got its vinyl got nominated for a Grammy. Like, that is pretty huge, even though it didn't win, so that's kind of sucks. But yeah, this is pretty exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna go pre-order this now because the pre-orders are only open until July 29th, so I'm gonna try and make sure that I can get my vinyl earlier than that, because who knows, they might split into 2 shipping time slots again, like they did last time. I'm not really excited about it being in 2025 Q4 because that's around the holidays, and the holidays are always a painful time to be shipping anything, considering, you know, all the Christmas stuff. So that's going to be fun, especially right nowadays in Canada, considering shipping anything here is also a pain, especially nowadays, considering every postal company here is going on strike every 5 minutes. But yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, this is really exciting. I'm so glad Gravity Falls is getting another vinyl soundtrack release. I mean, the first time it happened was amazing. It was something unexpected, and that was a huge deal for Gravity Falls, considering how many other Disney cartoons have their OST released on vinyl, and now Gravity Falls is getting an entirely brand new soundtrack album that was just released last year being put on vinyl, which is just amazing. I'm really excited about this. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering this. If you can pre-order it as well, then get it as well, because, you know, even if you don't have a vinyl player, one day, you know, this will probably be your incentive to get into vinyl. But, you know, it's, you know, how many other people can say they have grabbed their favorite cartoons OST on vinyl, especially a lo-fi soundtrack? So yeah, there's that incentive to get it. But with that said, I'm gonna go pre-order this now. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Of course they had to drop this on Canada Day. My one day off. Every single time, Alex. Every single time.